Welcome back to Strategic Command, guys. Sorry about that last episode where we lost sound. I hope that's fixed now, and just to make sure, I'm going to make a double. So a lot has occurred, and specifically, Tortuga has been able to take Przemyśl. That really makes our job quite hard. Przemyśl is this city right here. We're going to do everything we can to still cover the front, even if it means sending in some additional units to destroy that army. I just think it's so important to destroy some of these armies. Unfortunately, as you can see, they are quite easy. It's quite easy for the enemy to pull back and kind of not give up any territory. I think what we have to do here is pretty much just reinforce, but before I do, I want to make sure we can actually get another unit in over here at Taranov. This is where we have pretty much every single one of our generals on this eastern front, and we also need to start moving this infantry forward. What I'm going to do is pretty much abandon Sambor, move over here. I would love to get a unit in there, but it's just not feasible right now. I really need to focus over here and try to weaken Tortuga's forces as much as I can. It's that simple. We got to get somebody into Taranov as well. Might even need to bring a unit over here from the Western Front if I'm able to. Let's take a look. There's really not many that we can spare, to be honest with you. Let's take a look over here. It looks like we've got some actual ships. Could try to go for some kills on his subs, but I think we'll just get away and try to get our existing subs. Unfortunately, they seem to be out of supplies, I believe, so I'm going to bring some of them back. Got one over there, but I think that red might mean out of supplies, so we're going to bring them back to our friendly ports, bringing the wolf pack back home. Love to get a kill. Let's try to get just one kill here. But I don't think we'll even... Oh, okay, not bad. Nice kill with the wolf pack out there. Of course, I'd like to get most of them back to base. They're not really doing much out here. They're stopping trade, but in terms of actually dealing with the enemy army, not particularly. We've got to decide to do something, and I think the only thing I can really do is keep reinforcing what we call the Iron Front here. I was going to take a look at our research. We have actually managed to research quite a lot, but our research is not going as quickly as we'd like for obvious reasons here. What I think I'll do is keep hammering away at his eastern front and eventually try and, I don't know, maybe force him to give up some territory. As you can see, though, he's quite strong in a lot of these regions. In fact, let me just take a look here. Yeah, we really can't take Taranov back. I'm wondering, though, if we can damage him so much here that we could potentially force him to retreat from Taranov. Not sure. I'm being obviously cautious, but I'm starting to wonder, is being cautious even worthwhile in this situation, or should we just go full attack and hope for the best? I think we remain on the Eastern Front here to stop the Russians from getting in at the very least. But I'm not going to lie, it's a very complicated situation for us in terms of how to break out. What I'm really worried about is that gap right there at Taranov. Is there anything we can actually do to stop that thing? Or are we... sorry, guys. Are we going to get hit by this huge force? So I can at least get an Austro-Hungarian unit in there. That's better than nothing. And I'll keep reinforcing my units here in Serbia. Okay, back to the fighting. Over here at Serbia, obviously nothing is going our way. The only thing we can really do is stop the Serbs from leaving. And the problem is now Romania looks like they're ready to join the war. As for Bulgaria, they're only 63% towards our side. That's not very promising, really. And I'm guessing that they're probably not going to follow through with a full pledge to the Reich. So what can we do? We can just reinforce what we've got, I think. I think that's the most important thing. Try to do damage where we can. Like places like this, where we see a pretty weak Russian force. We can try to sort of break through and kill some armies. It would be really, really useful if we could break through and actually get some kills. But, again, easier said than done right now. Even over here, we could do a lot of damage. I'm tempted to just go for the attack either way, even though it's not really going to go in our favor. And kind of just hope for the best. Now let's take a look at the Western Front. Now the Western Front, he's been trying to break through, but so far our men have managed to hold. And I see a rare opportunity here to get an easy kill. So I'm just going to go ahead and wipe that Belgian unit out, shattered him completely. And as for the rest of these units, we just want to reinforce them. He's going to want to get a stronger unit in there anyway, so I may even be doing him a favor. Once again, over here, trying to go for the same tactic. of attacking the line and killing some units. He's actually, of course, bringing in some defensive artillery here, which is pretty impressive. I'm going to go ahead and switch these units out and attack once again. This is the third great offensive, we'll call it. I'll even bring in cavalry from Aachen in the hopes that I can break through. And it looks like with our cavalry, the glorious 3rd Cavalry Corps still has some fight left in them. Well, the question is, was that even a good idea? I don't actually know. I think I'm going to move this guy up. As for these guys, it doesn't look like we can reinforce, of course. We can just hope that he doesn't break through next turn, which I don't know if that's such a great hope, as he's doing pretty well on the other fronts. One thing we could also do is divert our units on this front, or just completely go for an attack on him. And he is trying to push over here through to Mulhausen. So this could be an opportunity for us to get a little retribution kill. I don't know if it's going to work. I want to make sure that that unit can actually get in there. Let's hope this works. This is very risky. And see, I'm not even thinking the cavalry would really be able to break him, so I'm not even going to go through with it. That's just, it's not worth it. We're still trying to hold on until 1916. That's the goal here. Whether or not we can achieve it, we'll have to wait and see. I am just as unsure as you guys are, but we want to keep on holding, of course, and see just how long we can keep the game going. Now, one thing I was doing, I'm not really going to do much on this front. I'll reinforce some of these units. Pretty much just holding the Russians back and trying to break through here and there. But what I really wanted to do was to take, actually, Egypt. And we were doing an okay job last turn. It looks like he may have brought in some reinforcements. Pretty much exactly what I would do. But what I'm going to try to do is send some units through and actually get some kills here against the cavalry. It doesn't look like it's going to work. So once again, let's entrench. The Iron Ring now extends to North Africa, apparently. Just entrench that position and hold on as long as possible. Also bring some reinforcements to El Arish. And any other areas we can actually take, we're going to go for. I mean, it's not much, but even the tiny bit we can actually manage to steal from the enemy, if you want to call it that, could be helpful here. So I'm going for Basra in Iraq, although easier said than done. We might actually end up having to divert some units here all the way back to Iraq, but we've got to get our operational... our operate button working properly here, and currently we don't have the MPP to make that move. It's just not going to work out for us. I'm glad that we at least got a few kills on the Western Front. I hope that helps, because we desperately needed to destroy a few enemy armies. Of course, since he's got the assistance of the British, I don't know if that's really going to do much damage to him, and also opening up this area here to Luxembourg is troubling, to say the least. I'm almost tempted to, like, pull back over here, let him advance to the line, but if he can move 2 tiles, then it's not going to be worth it. So we really will just try to hold on to the very end here. Got plenty of generals that would be adversely affected if he ends up breaking through. Might as well also just keep on looking for those Russian units, and there we go, because destroying some of these larger Russian ships can also bring us some national morale bonuses, even the smaller ships. So I'm going to go for this guy here. Hopefully we get him. Oh, so close, man. We need that kill as well. Let's see if we have any remaining Wolfpack members nearby. Unfortunately, only the British Wolfpack is here. Yeah, we might as well reinforce. Even if it's just a single soldier, you know, again, this could hold our Eastern Front for months or hopefully years to come. So we definitely want to reinforce wherever we are able. It's just not getting that one attack doesn't let us get the kill. That is annoying. You know what, though? I hate doing this because it could go poorly. Glory. That's what I'm talking about. So at least, hopefully, we can still hold here. I did that all just to destroy that army. Yeah, I know it might seem crazy, but if we could take Warsaw, who knows what could happen. Maybe the war would really turn in our favor. I'm just not sure of the actual, the positives or negatives of that happening. So let's hope for the best and see if we can maybe do an attack and take Poland. That would be sort of a last-ditch effort to stop the war and have it go in our favor. Again, I'm still looking here at Serbia, but not seeing much we can do. We could attack here, actually do quite a bit of damage. And we'll reinforce these Germans on the line as well. So hopefully the Serbs don't get crazy enough to try to break out over here. I think, as long as we have points to reinforce units, we're still kind of, where we want to be, I guess you could say, all things considered. So I'm simply going to do that, reinforce these Germans as well. I wish we had more units on the Western Front, but other than that, we're doing as well as we could hope, considering the mistakes we made initially. Anyway, guys, I hope you are enjoying this series. If you're here from Tortuga's channel, make sure to give this channel a chance and subscribe. We don't do stuff as technical as Tortuga does. He's definitely a brighter guy. But we do play a lot of cool games here and, in general, just focus on a lot of historical topics. So you might find yourselves at home. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. And hopefully something happens here to change the tide of battle. Unfortunately, it looks like he's going to get Sambor. That's got me worried, and I think that might even bring Romania into the war. Let's hope that's not the case. Catch you on the next one, folks.